This is NashvilleLou Live-to-Tape, November 9th, 2022, playing Blockchain Brawlers, the new game from Tyranno Studios, a really fun card/strategy game. Let's see if I can find some competition here in Room 1. So here we go, taking on GingerSnap. I like to be aggressive in round 1. We'll go 7-3. That's a flex. A flex is where your first card is higher number than your second card. Go with a bet of 3 up against a 6. Show some strength against the 6. Bet of 2 by GingerSnap, so this might be something legit here. Bet of 3, so we'll find out. 6-8. Stout opening hand. But my power meter's at 1. It stays at 1. You can afford to be risky early. So 1 point of damage multiplied by the bet of 3, 25-22. GingerSnap in the lead. I'll go back to it again. 7-3. Now a power meter to protect over there for GingerSnap. I go in again, heavy on bet of 3. Bet of 2. They folded. So I'll gain 1 point to my power meter for winning the round, another 2 points for winning with a 3 or 1 in my hand. You went around in Blockchain Brawlers with 3 or 1. For each of them you got in your hand, you get an additional 2 to your power meter. You notice it moves to 4. I trail 23 to 22. We'll go with 5-7 up against a 6. That could be trouble for me. 6-7 would beat me. I'm going to have to lay it down. I don't like to. But by folding, I get an extra card in my hand for the next round. When you fold in Blockchain Brawlers, that's an advantage you hold for the duration of the match. Let's see, that earlier fold for GingerSnap, sitting at 4 cards. Now I'll be at 4 cards. By folding, I protect my power meter. You only get reset on your power meter if you lose in a showdown. In other words, if you don't fold and your opponent doesn't fold. Pretty strong here with a 6-8. Down by 3, but that's okay. Up against a 7. That's pretty stout. 7-7 would be a push, which I would take at this point. Or with a bet of 3, or at least risk it. Bet of 3, that could be 7-8. I could be in trouble here. 7-7, so it's a push. So my meter's at 4, moves to 1. GingerSnap's meter's at 3, also moving to 1. So 9 damage taken. But 12 dished out. We're tied at 11. Power meters are tied at 1. Cards aren't so good. Good time to fold here with a, not flex. Pair of 2s. Against a 2. I hate to just give it away, but I'm going to here. Fold with a bet of 2, so. At most, I would have gone in for a bet of 1. It was a 2-7, so definitely the right move to fold. Only 1 point of damage delivered because there's not a 1 or 3 in their hand. The power meter only goes up by 1 point to 2, which is fine by me. This may be another hand that I fold here. Go 4-5, unless that's a low card here. That's a low card. 2-8 would beat me. Anything else would be a push or a win for me. So we'll play a little aggressive. That's okay. We'll do it. 4-5 is a fold. So it's only 1 point of damage delivered and only 1 point of boosted to my meter for the next round. That keeps us even. Power meters for both players at 2. Health points for both players at 10. Go 5-8. Could fold here. I need to. It's a high card first. Nope. Obviously, I've got it for sure on this one because the highest card you can have is an 8. You get that shared deck of 32 cards, numbers 1 through 8. There's 4 of them each. So if you, for whatever reason, have 4 8s in your hand, you know your opponent doesn't have any. 4-7, so power meter will break, move to 1 for GingerSnap. I deliver 2 points of damage. My power meter moves to 3, 10-8. 5 cards for GingerSnap, 5 cards for me. I'll likely fold here. So I win for 3-4, but I'll likely just get out. Against a 4, I'll fold. It could be a good time for a flex, like a 4-3 or a 4-1, something like that. Knowing I've got more to protect than they do power meter wise, it's a straight up 4 and 5, so the right move to fold. Only take the 1 point of damage. GingerSnap's power meter moves to 2, mine stays at 3. All right, I can go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go 3-4. Probably fold. Hold on to the 8 for the next round because I can play a little bit conservatively here. A little bit. You can't push that too much, though, against a 5. Let's go ahead and fold. And so you, and you are gone. I'll save the 8. This 5 is 5-3 or 5-1. It's a big play here for GingerSnap. 5-7, so only 2 points of damage delivered. Only 1 additional point to the power meter for the next turn. GingerSnap leads 8-7. Power meters are both at 3, but now I can come in here with 8 and 8. Against the 3, they'll probably fold. Let's see if I can catch you on a bet of 1. Bet of 1. Someone break their power meter here. Deliver 3 points of damage, so they're down to 5. And my health points at 7. Their meter going to 1's a nice one for me here. He'll be sitting at 4 points, or 4 power meter. That number. Got a pretty nice one here with 6-8. But again, with 5 cards, they don't have that folding capability that I've got here. And they're up against a 3. Go bet of 1. This would knock them to 1 point. This will knock them down to 1 point. They folded, so they'll get a 6th card for this next hand. Seven to 1. I lead GingerSnap. Round 12. Pretty strong here. 6-8. This will be for the win. Against a 4, I know I've got the win for sure. Win with a bet of 1 if I can get it. And I've got it. So they folded. But I had him either way. Death Valley Driver. And that's a victory for me over GingerSnap. Good game. And here we go, a rematch with GingerSnap. 4-8's not bad for a starting hand in round 1. You don't get that nice boost for having a 1 in your hand. Against a 5, I'll even lean into it a bit. 5-8 would beat me. Anything else, a push at worst. Or I'd beat 5-6 and below. Bet of 1 by GingerSnap and a fold. When you fold, even if it's after an initial bet, if your opponent bets higher, like I really should have just bet 1 there, because that would prevent GingerSnap from folding after doing the bet of 1, and thus getting that extra card for this hand. When you fold in Blockchain Brawlers, you get that extra card in your hand for the duration of the match, up to 6 cards in total. You get to the point where we've got 6 cards and you want to discard, you can potentially discard your entire hand. It's quite nice, but you have to make it to that spot. What am I looking at here against 3? Or shows strength. At a 3 up against the 1. I'm not sure what GingerSnap might have here with this. This would be like a 3-1. But if that's a straight up anything else, I'm probably going to lose this particular round. 3-6 beats it. Because the non-flexing hand always beats a flexing hand with your first card showing is higher than the second. Essentially, that's, if you are successful to flex, it doubles your power meter. So it doesn't even potentially tend to gain that much or stand to gain that much, but I would have won with a 3 in my hand. I got that big power meter boost. 1-1's not great, but I need to fold anyway because I've got 3 cards versus GingerSnap with 4 cards. And GingerSnap with a 4 on the power meter puts me in a tough spot against a 4. Let's go ahead and fold. Against the 7, I should say. 4 on the power meter. It's a bet of 3. It's probably a straight up hand there. 7-7, 7-8. 7-2. Oh, wow. Great time for a flex by GingerSnap. With 8 points of damage. The flexing is about the timing of it. Big play right there. 24-14, I trail. We'll go 6-8. A strong hand. I could have gone 6-3 for a flex. Probably should have, but I didn't. With a bet of 1. See if GingerSnap might limp in. No, just fold. Yeah, I regret not going 6-3 there. You get that low power meter against a high power meter for an opponent. You're trying to get back into it. You got to boost your way back in, but that wasn't what I did there. 23 to 14, I trail. But I go 7-8 here. This one might fool GingerSnap to thinking, okay, this time I'm just pretending. And really it is a strong hand. 7-8. Bet of 2. Bet of 3 was called on it. That means I'm going to break that power meter for GingerSnap. Because 6 and 8 loses to 7 and 8. 15 beating 14. When neither side's flexing, it just comes down to which two of those numbers are higher. And then it's your power meter multiplied by whatever the bet was. Three, 4. I'll probably fold this one. Against a 6, I'll fold. This could be a flex. Could be a 6-3. Great time for a 6-3. 6-8. So a pretty stout hand there. Definitely the right move to fold. $17 to 13. GingerSnap's power meter moves to 2. Mine stays at 3. We'll go 5-8. Pretty strong. It's to 3. We'll go bet of 1. See if I can trap GingerSnap in here. It's a fold. GingerSnap will be at 6 cards now, so that's a consideration to keep in mind. So 3 points of damage delivered. My power meter moves to 4. And yeah, I trail 14 to 13. Going into round number 8. Could go 6-3 here, but no need to be reckless. I'm sitting on 6-8. Against a 5. And going bet of 1. There we go. So there's no way to discard in this situation for GingerSnap. Pair of 5s. The power meter breaks. 4 points of damage delivered, so that gets reset to 1. My power meter moved 1 point up to 5 for winning round number 8. Here in round 9, I now lead 13 to 10. Power meters at 5. Let's fold. Now I'll have 6 cards. I'll have a 7 in my hand. For sure going into round 10. 1 point of damage delivered, the pair of 4, so nothing big as far as the power meter boost. I lead 12 to 10. Pair of 7s is pretty nice. It's a 3. I don't mind chipping away like this if I need to. Bet of 1, but they fold. That's a fold for GingerSnap. Yep, they fold. There we go, the asshole chant. Round 11, I lead 12 to 5. Power meter is at 6, and I'm looking at 7-8. Although GingerSnap just had a redraw, discarded some or all of their hands, so this is probably pretty strong here. Up against a 6, I know I've got it for sure. Go with a bet of 3, doesn't matter if they fold. Looking at power meter of 6 coming their way. Their health points, they're sitting at 5, and that means that's the match. And 6-8's pretty strong for them, but I was fortunate to get that draw with a 7-8. The pedigree and the drum roll and the pen. Good game, GingerSnap. All right, taking on HHR Diecast. Here we go. Nice little trick to pull out of the bag. Out of the gate, pair of 8s. Got a shared deck of 32. 8's the highest card you got in there. You got 1 through 8, 4 of each total in this shared deck of 32 against a 1. I'll go with a bet of 1, see if I can perhaps trap HHR in a position where folding's not an option. Bet of 3, well, we'll certainly go in on that. There's the presumption there being a 1. And anything is going to beat an 8 and a non-8, because that's a flex where your first card is higher than your second card. So it was actually a pretty good play there by HHR Diecast, all things considered, showing an 8. You almost have more strength when you show a 7, like what I'm about to do here, 7-1. Now, it's risky because a flexing hand always loses to a non-flexing hand. Flexing where your setup card, your first card, is higher than your second card, the slam. We'll go bet a 3, show some strength here. Bet a 3, so this could be trouble for me here. 4-6. Because it was not flexing, it beats me. Also adds up more point-wise. Breaks my power meter, but it was only at 2, and I don't mind playing aggressively when it's a lower power meter number like that. Power meter for HHR diecast moves to 2. We go to round 3, tied at 22. 4-8's pretty strong. Against a 5. The only thing that would beat that is 5-8. Go bet a 3. Stay aggressive. Bet of 2. A 5-7 would be a push. It would reset both our meters after the turn. I would take an additional 3 points of damage or 3 points more. But this is just a, 5-7 against 4-8. That is a tie, a draw for the round. 6 damage coming my way, 3 delivered. The flip side, our power meters both reset. Mine was already at 1. There's only at 2, but still it gets reset nonetheless. But the 3-point differential there is enough to give HHR diecast the lead, 19-16, going here into round 4. 6-8's very nice. I do need to do some folding at some point, but it's a 5 with a bet of 3. Bet of 3. That's 14 points total, beats 12 points total. The 6 and the 8 being the 5 and the 7. 3 points damage delivered. Power meter stays at 1 for HHR diecast. No big deal for them. Mine's at 2. I got triple 1s. Be a heck of a boost to my power meter if I can win with this hand, but that is exceptionally rare, especially in round 5. I might win a round 1 like that, but against a 2, I hate to fold, but I'm going to. I want the extra card for the next round. Two 5. So not the worst thing to have happen. Not fun to lose to a 2-5, but it doesn't get the extra boost to that power meter. Just the 1 point for winning the round. I get the extra card for this next round here. They've got 3, I've got 4 pair of 5s, and I could still fold away from this depending on what they play here. That's a 6, 7, or 8. I'll probably fold. It's a 6. There's so much can go wrong on that. If they're not flexing, you got a 5-5, you're better off folding in most circumstances. This could be a flex, we'll see. There's a flex, well-timed flex, doubles the damage. That's what a flex does in the moment. More importantly, that was winning with that 1. It gives the extra boost to 2 points to the power meter for the next turn to go with the 1.1 for winning the round. 5 points in the power meter for HHR. Only 2 on mine. I trail 16 to 11. Two through it, I'll probably fold. It's a 5. I'm going to fold it. Hate to do it. That power meter sitting right there. I mean, if they flex, I'll be down to 1 health point left, but I've got to do it the way I see it. They went in with a bet of 2. This is probably sound. They only have 3 cards, though, which is interesting. 5-7, so 5 points of damage delivered. I have 6 health points remaining, but their power meter moves to 6. So precarious spot for me here. I could go like 6-7, but if I fold out, I almost have to go a little stronger here. 7-3, got a little risky. It's a 4. I want them to go away. I don't want them to call me here, because if that's not a flex against me, I'm going to lose the match. It's a fold, so I get the extra 2 bonus boost to go with a 1 point boost in my power meter for the next round as a result of winning round 8. The fold protects the power meter there for HHR diecast, so I have to be careful. Gotta hope one of these other 2 cards is a nice one to pair with a 6. It is even better, 7-8. And let's see what HHR has against a 5. If they'll call me on a bet of 3 or go in themselves on 3, I'll win the match. They win with a bet of 1. In hindsight, I really should have just bet 1 there. Oh, chance to break their meter. That's what I should have been thinking about. But got excited with the 7-8. Thought I might get them, but that's okay. They're down to 7 points of health. My power meter's at 6, 6-8. We'll see what they got. It's the 5. I know I've got the hand for sure. As much I'll have to go bet of 2. We'll go bet of 1 because I want to break their meter. That's more important if I can get them to win on it. They may fold here. They're going to fold. So they're down to 1 health point left. But they're getting to... With that fold, let's see what they're going to be at there card-wise. They're now at 6 cards. But I've got to go in here with 5-6. Because here's the problem, that power meter difference. You see, really either of us fold and the other one doesn't. The one that doesn't fold wins the round. Against, I hate to do it against the 6s. Probably something real strong, but if I fold, I lose. We'll go with a bet of 3. I'm probably going to lose this one, though. I don't feel good about it. Bet of 3 is probably 6-8 right there. Or 6-7. Probably 6-8. 6-6? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. 6-6. Wow. Well, good game. HHR Diecast, the winner. Here we go. A Lou versus Lou match. NashvilleLou versus LouFiLou. Pair of 6s. Against a 7. The only way I beat that is if it's... I would push... No, I would beat any flex, and any 7-7 or 7-8 would beat me. This is probably a flex, or if not, I'm at least sticking on 1. Find out. Bet of 3. This could be 7-7 or 7-8, but I'm going to find out. It's worth it to me to stick in there, because that's a flex. That boosts that power meter early, and that can be a big swing in a match. Seven-2 is a flex. So I made the right decision to not fold there against the 7, even with the lower 6 against it, because a flexing hand always loses to a non-flexing hand. So I lead 25-22. I can go 6-8. Really strong round 2 hand to have after a round 1 win. Against the 7. Be bold. 6-8. Maybe a push on a 7-7. A 7-8 I would lose to. Anything else I would beat. This could be 7-8. So that's fine. Seven. So it's a push. So after this round, both of our power meters will be at 1. But I will deliver 3 points more damage in this round because my power meter was at 2. So our meters are both at 1, our power meters. I lead 22-16. Here's 5-7. Against a 5. We go bet of 2. They're going with 3. That could be 5-8. I mean, it's worth it to find out, I think. Although I could use a fold, but here's not the time to fold. We'll call the bet of 3. Let's see. 5-8 they win, 5-7 we draw, 5-6 or lower, I win the round. 5-1, it was a flex. It's a good time to flex when your power meter's at 1. Flexing your slam card, your second card, being lower than your first card. Now, if you win on a hand where you flex, for that round, it doubles your power meter. 6-7 against the 6 showing. A bet of 2. This is 6-8. I could have trouble. They only have 3 cards, though. Bet of 3. Let's find out. $6-8. So my power meter gets reset. I lose the round, but their meter only moves to 2. I lead 19-13. 2-4. I can use a fold. Neither of us have folded yet. Up against a 6. No brainer to fold. That could be a 6-3 or a 6-1. Wouldn't surprise me if it is. Some kind of flex to play to that. Maybe not. $6-3. So it was a flex. Great sign for a flex. 2-4 would have beaten that because that's a non-flexing hand. That 6 being the higher card means you're flexing. So that one time in the moment doubling of the power meter to 4. By winning the round, they get a point. By winning the 3 in their hand, they get an additional 2. The throwaway hand for me here, the pair of 2s. I'll do it with the 5 cards for my next hand. Let's see. This could be a flex. That would be 10 points coming my way. They'd have a big lead. It was sizable. Maybe big's a bit of a stretch. They bet 2. I folded. And we'll get the reveal here. Pair of 7s. So I did the right thing by folding. Pretty strong hand there. A pair of 7s. 5 points of damage delivered. Now LouFiLou leads me 13-10. I think with a big power meter to protect, I can go 7-1 and a flex. The flex isn't the important part. It's winning with a 1 or a 3 in my hand. In this case, it'd be a 1. Against a 1, go with a bet of 3. Now, if they call me here, they're going to win the round. They folded. So it's only 1 point of damage, or 2 points, because it's the power meter doubled on a flex. But the meter was at 1, it moves to 4 for me. Their power meter is at 6. They lead 11-10, but now I've got pair of 8s. If I get them to go on a bet of 3, I'd win the match. It'd be 4 power meter times a bet of 3. They got a 6. That's pretty strong. I would rather break their meter than go for the 3. So I'll do a bet of 1 to hope they come in on that, knowing I've got them if they do. Got them on the bet of 1. That's going to break their power meter. That is huge. And it's nice he has to deliver the 4 points of damage and lock them down to 7 points of health. But it's that power meter getting reset because I was up against it. 10 points of health left. Power meter at 6. That's a dangerous spot to be in. Having their power meter reset to 1 is huge. Mine stays at 5 or moves to 5 with the win of the round. I've got 5 cards. They've got 4. I lead 10-7. This would be a great spot to go like 4-4 and just fold. Get to that 6 card threshold. It's to 5. Choice I'd already made even easier. They went with a bet of 3. This could be a flex. Would have been a good spot for it, knowing the power meter differential. Flex to a 5-3 or 5-1. You wouldn't want to flex it just like 5-4. A point being getting a 3 or 1 and it's your second card. It's the 3. So good play there by LouFiLou. 2 points of damage delivered. And I've got a pair of 8s right here. Not a bad spot. I'll go bet at 2. I'll get the win for the match. I've got the round at least for sure. At least a push from that power meter difference. I would get the match against a 5. We'll go bet of 2. Now they know I've got 6 cards and they've got 3. They went with bet of 2. This is going to be the match. Gonna win here over LouFiLou, the Battle of the Loos. The power meter of 5 for me. They had 5 and 5 against my pair of 8s. Pair of 8s beats it. 10 damage. They only had 7 health points left. And that's the match. Good game. So here we go, a rematch. My opponent's LouFiLou. I'm NashvilleLou, Lou Pickney. NashvilleLou Live-to-Tape. We'll go pair of 4s to open up round 1. I may fold here. Boy, I really do hate to fold in round 1. We'll say against a 5. As much as that might be a flex, I'll go ahead and just get out. The bet of 3, so that could be something legit there. But it's more likely to be to scare me off from a 3 or a 1, is my guess. Yep, that's a 3. So good play there to start things off by LouFiLou. Card options leave something to be desired. Pair of 3s. The power meter to protect. Let's see what they got. If that's a low first card, I may go in on it. In fact, I probably will. Yep. Easy choice there. Even if they've got something to beat me here, it's worth the risk. So bet of 3 for me. We're going to see what LouFiLou does. I'm guessing that's going to be a fold, which would be a huge boon for me. Here it is. So for my power meter for the next turn, I'm going to get an extra 4 points of bonus to go with a 1 point for winning the round. If you win a round with a 1 or 3 in your hand, for each one you got, you get an extra 2 points to your meter for the next turn. I trail 24 to 23. Power meter of 4 for LouFiLou. Mine's at 6. We'll go 5-7. Instant 8. My gut says to fold, so I'm going to fold. And if that's anything but an 8 and 8, then that would have been a mistake. I would have beaten anything but an 8 and 8. So we'll see, because anything that's not an 8 and 8 is a flex where your first card's higher. And it doubles your power meters. That'd be a hard hit if it is. I really hope it's not. Pair of 8, so I did the right thing to lay it down. And it's still 4 points of damage, but it wasn't a flex, and there wasn't any additional bonus beyond the 1 point for winning the round. I've got 5 cards, 3 of them are 8s. I think I got this next one here. Against a 6, I'll go in with a bet of 1. I'll go conservative because I'd love to get LouFiLou in there to bust up that power meter. And if they go higher, I can always match. They folded, right move, as it turns out. 6 points of damage delivered. My meter moves to 7 for the next round. I lead 19 to 18. 7/8's pretty strong. Against a 5. I think I would prioritize busting their meter than trying to get them on a higher bet. Maybe a fold here for them. I don't know. Big decision here, and there's a fold. They made the right move. 7 points of damage delivered. But it's not like I was flexing, or 7-3 would have been great there. But that only works if they fold. So my power meter moves to 8. I lead 19 to 11. This is is a probable folding scenario here for me. I don't care about the boost with a pair of threes as much. That just... Let's see. Against the 7. And maybe that's a flex. It's possible, but... I'm going to go ahead and fold. That's going to put me at 6 cards starting with the next round. So I'll take the 5 points of damage. And I'll lead 14 to 11. No! 10 points of damage is a flex, and a very well-timed one at that. Good play by LouFiLou. So it's a little different now. Power meter's at 8. My health bar here is at 9. We each have 6 cards. Go ahead and fold to get rid of everything. I mean, if that's a flex, they win. They win with a bet of 2, which is interesting. Just enough to win, I'm thinking, for them. That's probably why they did it that way. I think they've got 6-6 or higher, maybe 6-7, 6-8. It's a flex, they win. If so, that's hats off to LouFiLou, but I think we got another round coming up. 6-7. All right. So I have 1 health point remaining, but I'll have a fresh hand here. 6 cards. Power meter at 8, so I need to get them to come in on a doubler, so I can't just lock it up here. This is pretty nice. I'm guessing they'd be more willing to sacrifice here and fold. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go 7-8 because I might draw an 8. Okay, so against a 4, go with a bet of 2 because that would win me the match if they call it. Or... get those 7s there anyway, going with a bet of 1. Seeing if they don't fold, they probably will though. But if they don't, yeah, they fold. Eight damage delivered. LouFiLou down to 3 health points. I've got 1 health point left. Comes down to this last round. In all likelihood, pair of 7s. We'll see. It's to 5. So I've got the match. That's a win for me. I'll go bet a 3. Just go ahead and lock it in. Lest there be any confusion or I overlook something. I've got the victory. Hard-fought win. LouFiLou's a good player. But you see the strategy here of getting to 6 cards. And the huge difference that can make. All right, good match. Here we go. It's Rubi Production. And I'm taking on Mike. All right. We'll start with 7-1. Up against the 6. We'll go with a bet of 3. Bet of 3 as well. For Mike. I presume that's Mike, the Rubi Production. 6-8, strong starting. Here there for Rubi Production. But again, if you're going to be bold, early is the time to do it around 1. Your power meter's already at 1, so it's okay to take a risk. So yeah, I took 3 points of damage. But the power meter only moves to 2. For Mike, we'll go 7-8. A little more sturdy here. It's to 6. I'll go with a bet of 1, hoping that maybe he'll limp in on 1 to see what I've got, and I can trap him there, thus preventing him from getting the extra card in his hand for folding. Bet of 3, so I know I've got this round for sure. I know I'm going to break his power meter, although it's only at 2, so not that big of a deal. And with a slap. So the power meter resets, 3 damage delivered. We're tied at 22. My power meter is at 2. I'll go 1-2 here. Likely to throw this away so I get an extra card against the 6. It could easily be a flex. It's like a 6-3, 6-1. But I'm not going to push it. Need the extra card for the next hand. It was a flex, 6-1. Power meter moves to 4 for Mike. It leads me 22. So 20, but I can go with a pair of 8s. Against a 6. Go bet of 1, try and break the meter again. Let's see. Bet of 3, so I've got this. I'll deliver 6 points of damage. This will boost my meter to 3 for the next round. But the more important part, though, is getting that meter for Mike back to 1. That's what happens in a showdown when neither side folds and you lose a round in Blockchain Brawlers. It resets your power meter. So much of this game is predicated on your power meter. I'll actually save the 6, go with a pair of 4s for a likely fold. I've got 4 cards versus the 3 that Mike's sitting on over there. Even against the 2, as much as that'd be fun to stick around and push it a bit. I mean, that's 2-7, I'll lose to it. I'll go ahead and just fold here. Bet of 1. It was a pair of 2, so really I shouldn't have folded. But it's only 1 point of damage, no boost to the power meter. I now have 5 cards going into the next round. I'll lead 19-16. And then go with I could go pair of 8s. I could save one of those and go like 7-8. Let's do that. It's the 2. We'll bet of 3. I'm guessing this is going to be a fold here. You know what? No, we'll go with bet of 1. Maybe he'll come in on 1. Nope. Outright fold, which is fine. 3 damage delivered. Six-point lead. My power meter's at 4. This is at 2. I know I could go 8 and 8 here. I'm going to go 7 and 8 again. So against a 6, this could be an easy spot to get him to chase. That could easily be 6-8, where it's a shared deck of 32 cards. Numbers 1 through 8 is a fold. I'll deliver 4 damage. I'll drop Mike down to 9 health points remaining. My power meter moves to 5 for the next round. I've got 6-8 at least that I could go with. 5 cards. And only 4 cards there. Now 5 for Mike. Actually, I'm going to go 4-5, which may seem a little strange. I'm going to just fold it here in all likelihood. See if I can chase out something here. A 6. Pretty strong hand, I'm guessing, here for Mike. So I'm just folding my way out of that. Even if it's a flex, it's only 4 points of damage coming my way. This could be a 6-3 or 6-1. Nope, 6-8. So it was a strong hand. Again, there are no discard piles in this game. It's like a continuous pool. That 6-8 that Mike just won with, that could potentially go back to him for this next hand. I'm sitting in a nice spot here, though. 7-8. If that's an 8 showing, I will have to think about it, but against the 7, so I know that would be a push at worst for me. And this wouldn't win me the match, but that would drop Mike down to 4 points of health, where he's sitting there with 3 on his meter. I would be down to 8, and I'd have some nice cards waiting on me. Bet of 2, in for 2, in for 3. In for 3. That's going to break the power meter for both of us. Actually, I misdid the count. Okay, I win. Again, I wish these numbers were larger here. Good game. Hard-fought match. And so even though it's already a set match, the return delivery on the damage. All right. Good game. Another match against Rubi Production. 5-8. We'll open strong. Against a 7. Well, at least bet of 1. Not surprised on a bet of 3. Could be 7-7, 7-8. Could be 7-3, 7-1. Worthwhile to take a shot either way. Power meter's at 1, so there's nothing to lose for the next round. 7-7. The downside is I don't get the discard here. When you fold in Blockchain Brawlers, you get an extra card in your hand for the next round, and you would maintain that advantage for the rest of the match. Have up to 6 cards in total. This would be a good spot to go. We'll go 4-4, because I'm thinking this may be a throwaway hand here for Rubi production. Maybe not. 4 against a 5. I'm not thrilled about that. We'll fold. I would bet a 3. This could be a 5-3, something like that. Really wouldn't surprise me if it is 5-1. I shouldn't have folded, but I did. All right, so I'm down 25 to 18. Power meter for Rubi production sitting at 5. We'll go 6-8. Play tight. Against a 6. I would love to bust up that power meter. Go bet of 1, even though I would take some damage from it. Okay, so this would be me taking 10 points in total of damage. Worst case. But I know that's going to break the meter, so it's worth it. Even though I'm getting lower on health there at 18. 6-6, so outright win, so that concern is alleviated somewhat. So the power meter for Rubi breaks. I presume it's Mike. I'm just going to say Rubi because that's what's on the screen. Power meter for Rubi goes to 1, and mine moves to 2. Moved around 4. I trail 23 to 18. These cards are not very good. I'll go 3-3. Against a 3, against a 1. I'll show some strength. Maybe I'll get through on this, maybe. If it busts my meter, it's not a big deal. I'll take a chance on that. Look at this, a pair of 3s. A huge boost to my power meter. For each of those, I get an additional 2 points to my meter for my next turn to go with the 1 point I got for winning the round. So I'll go from 2 points in my power meter to 7. There I was able to deliver 2 points of damage. Rubi with a fold will have an extra card for the next hand. We both have 4 cards. I trail 21 to 18, but my power meter is sitting there pretty nice. 7. 2-4 against a 6. No doubt about it. I'm going to fold. Wouldn't surprise me to see this be a flex here. A 6-3, 6-8 straight up. Glad to see that because that means only 1 point of damage and no boost to the power meter beyond just the 1 point gain for winning the round. I get the extra card in my hand for folding. We move on to round 6. So I trailed 21 to 17. This power meter is sitting here quite nice. Pair of 7s. It's a 3. We'll go bet of 2. I know I've got the round for sure. What bet of 1 there? Maybe I should have just gone with a 1. I went bet of 2. C. Maybe Rubi's going to chase. That's like 3/8. Thinking maybe I'm trying to flex here. They called. So their power meter is going to reset. I'm going to deliver 14 points of damage. They're down to 7 health. My power meter goes to 8 for the next turn. And just like that, I lead 17 to 7. All right. It's a good time to just go use a throwaway hand here. 1, 2. Just get to 6 cards, but you can really do some strong things as far as reloading your hand goes. It was a flex. So good choice there by Rubi, winning with the 3 and the 1. That's going to boost the power meter up big time. A 5, or to 6, excuse me, 5 added to it, along with a 1 point for the win of round 7. Now I can come in here with a 6-8. Even if that's a flex, if for some reason I've got to panic and get out, I know I've got the win, I've got the match, I got this locked in. That's be a nice way to end this particular set of tapings here before AEW Rampage begins, or Dynamite, excuse me, Wednesday night. 6-8, pair of 5s, win the round, win the match. Good game. I'll probably end up playing some more on the other side of AEW Dynamite tonight and May do some taping for that, and either that's going to go up in a separate standalone or as part of tomorrow's, or maybe something altogether different. We'll see. So that's it for this edition of NashvilleLou Live-to-Tape. Thanks for watching. See you next time.